Oh, I was so excited. I was just born to be a father. I love kids.
Keep them going.
She was our first child, so it was pretty exciting. A little bit of a surprise. And I remember it wasn't like the easiest pregnancy in the beginning. It was a little scary at the same time. But I had no idea what was actually coming.
Good girl, Olivia. You're doing such a nice
It was a little on the smaller side, and so they took her home, and everything was a-okay, or so they thought. And then things started to not develop.
Any smiles today?
I wish I could say, oh, I just knew that she wasn't developing properly, but because she was my first child, I really didn't know. I was home with Olivia, and Aaron had just left to go to work, and he called me and he said, Steph, they know what's wrong with her.
I was pulling out of my driveway, and the doctor called, the neurologist called, and he said, the MRI came back normal, but we caught something on the karyotype.
She has something called Wolf Hirschhorn Syndrome. And all I could think to myself was, what the hell is Wolf Hirschhorn Syndrome?
I obviously got on Google as soon as I got to work, and I was pretty devastated, to be honest with you. Through my whole life, it's been you have a problem, you go to the doctor, you get it fixed. And this you can't fix.
Wolf Hirschhorn Syndrome is a contiguous gene disorder, and it is a deletion of a segment of chromosome 4.
Use these muscles right here.
The condition consists of a very unique pattern or constellation of physical findings, developmental and growth delays, and birth defects.
Everything. For Olivia, everything is hard. Her hypotonia makes it hard for her to sit up in bed, or, little kids, they just get up off the floor, but Olivia can't do that.
Talking, I would say, communication would be one of the biggest, and just like your daily meals.
She's a little trapped in her own body. Like, her mind is further along than her body is.
She gets frustrated, and you can tell, how she acts.
She doesn't get to interact with other kids like you would expect a 4-year-old to interact.
It's hard, though, because she can't speak. She can't tell you, Daddy, this hurts. She can't even use sign language.
Seizures was one thing that we were just like, it was a ticking time bomb. We were just waiting for it to happen, to have our first seizure.
Every time she has a seizure, it's like a setback.
I go down to her bedroom, and she's upright against the wall, and she had hit the wall, and she's vomiting, and she can't breathe. If I hadn't gone down that stairs that night, for whatever reason I did, she would have died that night. I think about, what would it be like without her? And I don't talk about my daughter at all. I couldn't live without her. That's why we're doing this. That's why we push so hard.
We couldn't just let it be that there wasn't a lot of research going on.
She kind of said that she wanted to start a foundation, and that she had been thinking of a name, and she said, what do you think of Live for the Cure?
At this point, we're unable to treat greater than, say, 2 or 3 genes at a time, and kids like Olivia, my daughter, have several hundred genes deleted. The technology is not there. There's no science there to actually treat them. Kids like Olivia, who are well maintained through modern medicine, get very overlooked, but still yet have very difficult lives. What Olivia makes up is a huge population of people. All kinds of syndromes that are out there that are deletion syndromes that could benefit from her story and from any technology enhancements, inventions that we can come out with from Live for the Cure.
I think unless you're really touched by it, it's like just another thing that you come across. She brings people together without meaning to bring them together. So I think that's kind of why it's important to tell this.
Olivia is a strong, loving, caring little girl.
A lot of people really love her. Just meet her and love her. It's pretty cool.
She's not a child that gives up. She's going to keep going because that's who she is.
It's just magical what she does for the people around her.
Olivia lives every day in the moment.
I used to be a person that always thought about the future and always was planning for the future, and now I'm very much what's going on today. And I think that's actually a blessing.
She loves music, so we sing a lot. And she just enjoys it, and she blesses us.
Like, you can be having the worst day ever, and you walk into that house and see that little girl, and it's just, it turns everything around. Like, you just feel so much better.
Oh my God, her laugh is contagious.
When my daughter laughs, the house stops.
She'll just burst out laughing, and it's so much fun to hear her because she doesn't do it a lot.
It is like high-pitched, and she shows all of her teeth.
The only thing that's important to me is that she's happy. She's a very difficult life. Difficult in the sense that she doesn't know when she's going to land in the ER. She doesn't know when she's going to be in the hospital.
You know, I wish I knew if she was happy.
To walk. I would love to see Olivia walk, whether it be with an assistive device like a walker or with somebody's hands.
The other hope I would look forward to, which has been my hope for every condition associated with differences, birth defects, and disability, and that is that we alter the view of society in terms of acceptance, in terms of the way we look at differences and disability, and change that parameter.
Because there's great power in a child being able to communicate and say, I love you, I'm hurting here, I don't understand what's going on, and in our ability to communicate back to them.
I just try to enjoy every day. I can't imagine life without Olivia. I don't even want to. And I kind of refuse to. If it happens, then we'll deal with it then.
Live for the Cure needs a lot of support right now. We're still getting up off of our feet, and we're still trying to reach a goal to begin research.
There's a million ways to help. I mean, whether it's just sending me an email and asking, how you can help, giving me a call. We need help when it comes to pretty much everything we do. I mean,
And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to donate money.
We're pretty excited about our future, and the turnouts that we've had have been fantastic. So it's really been really good.
when people help and they volunteer and they get involved with our organization or with kids like Olivia, they're making a big difference in the rare disease community. I mean, helping one type of syndrome out and doing things with that helps and touches all these other rare disease communities as well. So, you know, they're making a bigger impact than they probably realize.